You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks, big part of our program. We appreciate it. Last night got back in from Vancouver. Wow. What a trip. What a trip. How many clubs did we go out to? How many great meals did we have? Walking around, even in the cold weather. Robson Street. Fantastic. It was absolutely great. And the show on Friday was indescribably salacious. Salacious. That is the $10 word of the day on the Tom Leykis show. Salacious. Anyway, went to the hockey game yesterday, and I warned you boys. I know everybody in Vancouver said that the Canucks were going to roll over the Los Angeles Kings. The Los Angeles Kings had a lousy, crappy, horrible year. They are the team with the highest number of brittle players in the National Hockey League who get hurt the most often. I know, it's all just luck, right? But fact is, everybody on that team looked like they were going to... they were playing for their careers, because a bunch of those guys, if the Kings know anything about what they're doing, will get swept right off the team now that the year is up. So a lot of these boys were playing for jobs for next year, and they had nothing to lose. And the Canucks had a lot to lose, because the Canucks were playing for third place in the Western Conference of the National Hockey League, and by finishing fourth, they lost, of course, the divisional championship to Colorado, who won yesterday. Now they have to face St. Louis. And had a good time at the game. The Canucks fans are great fans, and I must say, even though we were obviously Kings fans, they were very good-natured fans. I just love the people in Vancouver. We had a spectacular time. And our thanks again to the people at AM730 MOJO Radio, and specifically to Crosby and to Bill Courage and all the folks there who made our trip great. And also we had a lot of nice press while we were in town. One or two hatchet jobs, but a lot of good press. It was great. So... we did just about everything you could do. We consumed a lot of Havana Club rum, as promised. In fact, we were at Joe Forte's 3 times this weekend, and they are now, if you call them, you can verify this, Joe Forte's, which is this really cool restaurant. They are now out of Havana Club, 7-year-old Havana Club rum. They have no more of it. Gary and I drank all of it. I told you when we went there we were going to smoke cigars. And the guy from City Cigar came down and endowed us with, I don't know, more cigars than we could ever smoke from Cuba. And then we drank all the Havana Club, all of it. They were going down to the cellar to see if they had more. They didn't. But we met one of the partners, Joe Forte's. Next time we're coming to town, we're going to warn them so they can stock up. They can... send an email to Fidel Castro and get more of that stuff. It's really good. So, there you go. What a trip. What a Lister party. And by the way, in the past year, my throat was shot because of the mold in my house, and I moved out of my house, and I had all this work done, and my voice improved. Today, my voice is just a little shot, because of the usual, normal reason, which is... I yelled too much at a remote broadcast, and I yelled not only on the broadcast, but also yelled to be heard because the noise was so loud. It's truly amazing. So, thank you, everybody who tried to win tickets and didn't, all the people who stood in line who didn't make it in, and all the people who did get in, everybody who was the 7th caller. It was really cool. I saw things I thought I would never see. And I know that there's an unauthorized Lister website where you can see some of these photos. Leykis101.net. Well, here we are back in Los Angeles. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the program. We appreciate it. Here we are together again on the radio, you and me. And I have an email here, and it's written by Kelly, who lives in Tacoma, Washington. Kelly's a guy. And because I've never been in this situation, I got to be honest with you. I don't know the answer to his question. You know, there are so many things you write me about, and they are scenarios I've been through. So I will frequently have a strong opinion when you write in and ask for help. But in this particular situation, this has never been me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this email, and then I'm going to get your responses. Maybe you've got some advice for Kelly. Here it is. Dear Tom, my wife and I are having a disagreement. Now, you would think me being married 4 times, I'd have had every disagreement there is. But apparently not. Lately, she's been seeing a male massage therapist whom she raves about as having, quote, the best hands-on she's ever had, end quote. She also says that he is, quote, an artist when it comes to massage. I'm becoming increasingly uncomfortable with her comments like, gee, my ass is a little bruised after my massage yesterday. Or when I ask her how her massage was, she says, better than exquisite, with half-lidded eyes. She insists it is all on a professional level, that all the private body parts are draped with a sheet, and that it's all very clinical. And, oh, Tom, did I mention that my wife strips totally naked for these massages? Reality check here, man. Am I just being a pussy, insecure? Or do you think, as I do, that all men are perverts, and this guy really wants to plank her? How long will it be before he rubs something on her besides his hands? Should I be concerned? I should also mention that my wife is a solid 8.5 out of 10, but she thinks no one looks at her in that way anymore. Oh, boy. That's signed Kelly in Tacoma. Women in their 40s who think no one looks at them that way anymore can go one of 2 ways. They either sit there feeling sorry for themselves, or they go after the pool boy. And who knows, maybe the massage therapist. I don't know. But I really, to be honest with you, I've not been in this situation. Not been with a woman who went out and got a massage from a male massage therapist. By the way, that doesn't mean I haven't been with women who've gotten massages, but most women I know who get a massage get it from a woman. That's most women I know. Most women I know have a male gynecologist and a female massage therapist. I don't know why. In fact, I must tell you, there are spas where I have gone, like I've been at a resort, and they have a spa. And if you're a guy, you get a guy. That's it. There's no, like, asking for a woman to do you. Doesn't happen. A woman comes in, you get a woman. That's it. There is no, like, you got any, your wife can't go in and say, got any hot guys here? Doesn't happen. But I imagine if you're not at a resort and you're just going out and hiring your own, you can hire anybody you like. So, I don't know. I have not been in this position before. I don't know what's really going on here. And I'm wondering what you think is really going on here.
Tom. Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Life is not running around the circle of your penis.
Actually, it is.
No, I don't think so.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
On Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730.
Well, a lot of guys think I'm a sweet old fella. Wouldn't hurt a fly. Well, I don't know. I guess I just like people, family. Of course, you cross me, I'll gut you like an animal and leave your entrails drying on a rock in the blazing sun. Yeah, that's what I'll do, all right. Can I get you a pop? You want some chips?
Mojo Radio.
Come on, have a chip.
The all-new AM730.
I said have a chip.
Any monkey can make a phone call. What you do when you get through, that's what separates the monkeys from the men. Grab greatness by the curly cord and be Mojo Radio's caller of the day. Make us laugh, make us cry, make us squirm awkwardly.
What would happen if, like, you got into it and then you realize, oh my God, this woman is just gross? You'd actually wash yourself off with Javex for a week.
This week, Mojo's caller of the day receives a 4-pack of tickets for Show Off Canada, June 7th at BC Place. Caller of the day on Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730.
Come on.
Okay, here we go. I have to do this.
The Tom Leykis Show on Mojo Radio, the all-new AM 730. The Tom Leykis Show on Mojo Radio may contain content of an adult nature and is intended for mature audiences only. Please listen responsibly. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Rochelle, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Rochelle.
Okay, that guy has every reason plus some to be worried, and I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
I did massage for about 3 years. I still do it once in a while. And I would have regular, happily married men come in every single week for an hour, a 2-hour massage from me. And that's supposedly all they wanted because I wouldn't do anything more. But there was definite flirting, definite whatever would have gone on. And because my cell phone was my line to get a hold of me, they would call and, talk to me like a regular Joe whenever, when their wife wasn't around. So I can definitely see that it would go both ways. And male massage therapists are usually pretty good-looking males, and they're not, they're big and muscular. They're not just looking to give you a good massage, in my opinion.
Really?
So, yeah. And a lot of guys come in and they ask, could you massage this or that we're not supposed to be massaging, and you can walk out feeling like a prostitute. I'm sure females have the same attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as getting naked, usually the first time, second time, third time, even maybe, 5 times that you see one person, they're not comfortable right away. I mean, it takes a long time to entice them to be comfortable and take off everything and be totally relaxed, okay? And if this woman is going home and saying any of this stuff to her husband, either she's trying to get that guy jealous, her husband jealous, or she's definitely doing something with this guy.
Hang on a second, Rochelle. Chris, you don't agree with Rochelle. Why not?
No, I don't agree at all. She's paying for a service. If she enjoys it that much and he's so insecure, why doesn't he go down and get a massage by him to find out exactly what's going on? He might be a good masseuse.
Well, most guys
She's
aren't
paying
willing
for
to
a service.
I'm sorry, most guys aren't willing to get a massage from another man, and most
That's
females,
not true.
There's
I get a
lot of
massage
guys.
I get a massage from a man. He's not playing with my pee-pee or anything, but
Well, no.
he's giving me a great massage. I pay him the money, and I recommend it to friends.
But
You know,
if
it's
you're
a
not,
professional industry. I sell home loans. I don't sleep with my brokers.
there is such thing as called a sensual or a light touch massage, though. So I'm sure you're not going in and asking him for a light touch massage, which is
No.
a light touch all down your body, which could be considered very sexual and sensual. And this woman could be going home and flapping her jaws about her husband. I mean, do you go home and tell everybody how, oh, you had this
How wonderful my massages? Oh, you
and
bet I do.
On and on and on and on.
I
and on
recommend
about
my
it.
friends to go.
So you talk about like your ass, how your ass feels after you're
that's
done?
a little
Well,
extreme.
that's a little extreme, but maybe she's trying to make a point to him that there's not enough attention. Or why doesn't she just take his ass down and have him get a massage so she can say, look, this is what I'm talking about. It may be heaven.
And I agree with that. I think
Kelly's
either
insecure.
he's doing something, or he is, or she's going home to tell him and saying little things because she's trying to get him to
Kelly's
be more sexual.
insecure. I think Kelly's a little insecure. If you can't trust your wife, who can you trust?
Yeah, I agree with that too.
All right.
But, you know.
Tom, you're right. I'm a first-time caller. Been listening for a while now. Do me a favor and take me out with the bong toke.
Here it comes, Chris. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Naomi, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Is that a question or a statement, Naomi?
It's a statement. I'm just saying, I get massages done all the time. And if I were messing around on a boyfriend or a husband with a masseuse, I would not say anything. When he asked about how my massage was, I would just say, well, you know, it was okay. But obviously, if she keeps telling him about it, it's because she's missing attention. He's not giving her something that she needs. And
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, but you know as well as I do, many women never get enough attention, no matter how much attention a man pays. You know, I love how it's assumed that the man somehow is deficient. Isn't it possible she's one of these women who's totally insecure? And no matter what her husband does, it's never enough?
Well, that is true. It could be that. But then what was his response? If his wife is getting all his massages, saying, he has magical fingers, he touches me good. If he says, oh, well, that's good, she's going to want more of a response, jealousy. He needs to act a little bit jealous.
That's a game, though, you know?
It is the game.
I'll tell you what, you play a
But
game
that's
like
not
that with
really
me, I change the locks. That's how that works.
Well, that's how I work. If I want attention, I'm going to try to make my boyfriend as jealous as I can get him to make sure that...
Why do you have to play that game? Maybe you're with the wrong guy.
I know I was.
Well, that's my point. So why even waste your time playing a game like that? Why not just move on?
Well, that's true, but obviously she's missing something in their relationship. Maybe it's been longer. She, like she said, she doesn't feel like she's that attractive anymore.
So making him feel a sense of distrust and unease is going to make the relationship better?
I'm not saying it's making a relationship better, but it'll make her feel better.
Yeah, well...
It may not be best for both of them, but girls are like that.
You know,
Cases.
she's running the risk he's going to run him away, so why not just leave?
Because she has a marriage that she doesn't want to screw up. She doesn't want to be another statistic for divorce.
Yeah, she probably wants to keep her hand in his wallet.
Or that, too.
Right.
Can you blow me out with an orgasm?
Can I blow you up with an orgasm? Well, let's see.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
It's Kim on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Kim.
I think this chick's banging him.
You do?
Yeah.
Tell us
when
why.
I go get massages, I ask for men only. And I don't consider myself a homophobe, but, you know, I just don't like the thought of a woman touching me. But when I've gone and, you know...
Most of the guys out there like the thought of a woman touching you, though.
Well, I would think that a guy would like the thought of touching me.
Or they'd be just as happy to see another woman touching you.
Yeah, but I'm not into that.
I see.
So
you ask for men, and then what?
Then a man comes in and they give me a massage, and I can tell you that it's exciting. I get excited. Nothing happens. I mean, they
So you get aroused by that.
I do.
And do you have a boyfriend?
I'm married.
You're married. Does your husband know you get aroused by that?
No.
Yeah, he doesn't. Because he'd tell you that's the end of the massage. And I probably would, too.
The Tom Leykis Show.
On Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730. You're listening to the Tom Leykis Show on Vancouver's only talk radio for guys. Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730. This is Mojo Radio Gut Check, the user's manual for all your working parts. Here's Travis Goodman.
Silently, secretly, your money disappears under some hideous voodoo spell, right? No way. Take a look at some ways you're flushing your cash down the toilet and what you can do about it. You scrounge through your bank account looking at all of your expenses, but they seem normal. So what's causing the constant shortfall, the perpetual feeling of falling behind, the sleepless nights and nagging anxiety? The embarrassing truth is that every day in countless idiotic ways, you just waste money. It's not anything we think about, and that's the problem. Luckily, I'm here with a long list of these mindless money wasters and a loud alarm. Now pay attention. Life in the 21st century is so hectic, we've convinced ourselves that we absolutely must have all kinds of gadgets and services to make life easier, for which we pay a mind-boggling number of access fees, download fees, activation fees, subscription fees, and usage fees. Come on, $5 a month for call forwarding? Give me a break. Harvard recently released a study that conclusively proved that signing up for a gym membership is an effective way to prevent exercise. Not only are you spared from ever again touching a treadmill, you're paying just $29 a month for the privilege. My friend Michelle took the package deal the phone company offered her because for $49.95 a month, she got every possible telephone service known to mankind. What a deal! Until she realized that with taxes and line charges, she was paying almost $70 a month. Plus, as she admitted, she didn't really need satellite three-way calling to Mongolia. She broke up the package and now pays only $33 a month. Ah, the old supersized spending. The big gulp mentality has taken over. Why join one fitness center when you can pay an extra $50 a year and have unlimited access to all fitness centers in the known universe? We waste money all the time in ways we don't have to. As I've just mentioned, be thrifty and intelligent with your cash, and you'll have a little bit of extra cake to blow on those overpriced women. I'm Travis Goodman.
Mojo Radio presents Gut Check. All hands on desk. It's time to grab your mojoradio.ca hot links. Here's Chris Ledeen.
Deathclock.com. Find out when your clock is going to expire. This is the internet's friendly reminder that life is slipping away, second by second, just like sand through an hourglass. All you have to do is enter your birth date, whether you're male or female, and if you're pessimistic, sadistic, optimistic, or just plain normal. It calculates all that info and spits out a date, which according to the Death Clock is the day you will die. I'm going to crap out on Friday, February 5th, 2049. Also calculates how many seconds you have left to live in your life. I have close to 1.5 billion to go. Well, at least I have a few good years left. Enter the Dead Letter Office. It has tons of messages from people who don't like their death date and are really scared. Hello, this is just an estimate. There's also a celebrity section so you can find out when your favorite celebrity is going to kick the bucket. If you want to find out how long you have to live, check out deathclock.com and all the other hot links at mojoradio.ca.
There's a high drive, left field, well hit. Back there it is.
Mojo Radio, sports and sex in perfect harmony. It's a beautiful thing.
This is Talk Radio for Guys.
Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730.
You have to pass boards, you have to take tests, you have to go through a year of school, and then people that employ you look into all of that stuff, and if you have one little nick on your record, you're probably not going to get a job. And most places that you work don't have soundproof rooms, so it'd be pretty easy to tell if something could be going on in a room like that. And back to what another caller said.
How often do things like this happen? Like what this husband is alleging. How often?
Alleging?
Yeah.
Men allege all the time.
Right, but how often does it really happen?
Not that often, because people are so afraid of the laws in this state. Because in this state alone, massage was considered prostitution until the mid-'80s. So, you know, and the previous caller was talking about a light touch massage. Well, it's obviously not a light touch massage if she's going home and talking about her butt is bruised. So, I mean, men obviously have more power when they're giving massage.
Some people like getting their ass bruised.
Hey, you know, there's...
I had one woman at the Lister party on Friday who got her ass bruised.
Damn Skippy. And
I didn't have a license.
But you weren't doing massage.
That's right.
And there are so many ways to track a person's massage record. Or I mean, most people keep their business license number or their massage license number on their business cards. Mm-hmm. I do. And you can call up the Washington State Department of Health licensing and say, I want to look into this license number and look to see if the license is legit. And if he's so concerned about it, why doesn't he inquire if this gentleman does in-home massages and have him come to his home and get his wife massaged? Sure, he might be paying a little extra, but if he's so paranoid about it, then he can at least have this man in his home massaging his wife in the living room where he can keep an eye on it. But it's so highly unlikely that it's happening because of the fact that employers are really in tune to the fact that, yes, it can be a sexually provocative career.
I've been doing it for 4 years. My son's dad has been doing it for 5.5. So, yeah. And you know, is he concerned about his wife getting her bikini waxed?
I guess it depends on who's doing the waxing. Dave on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, what's happening, Tom?
How much, Dave?
Man, you know what? This bitch is playing the man. She's playing him. This is so obvious. Half-lidded eyes, exquisite. She's just trying to get his goat, man. She's trying to get the homeboy jealous. That's all it is. Because you know this ain't happening like she's thinking it is.
Maybe she is deluded.
She is deluded. She's trying to get him going, man. Because, I mean, you know, this ain't happening like it's got in her mind, man. She is trying to get him playing because she's getting a reaction out of him. She sees it, and she's playing it. That's all it is.
Dave, thank you for that. 1-800-5800-TOM. Arlene on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Arlene.
Hey, listen, you know what? I get massages by men because men don't talk. And women chat. And you go there just to relax. You don't want to, they want to know, where do you work? Where do you get your hair done? Like, you know what? I don't want to talk. And men don't talk.
Most women want to chat. They never shut up.
You're right. And you know what, man? You tell them, you know, stick your elbow right on that shoulder blade and do it hard. They do it just like you tell them, and women are chat, or, oh, I don't want to hurt you. Well, I mean, men are just better massage therapists. That's my opinion.
Really?
But I agree with Dave. She's playing him.
Thank
She
you.
really is. She's playing him.
Thank you, Arlene, for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. More of your telephone calls are coming up.
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM. 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 What? The Tom Leykis Show.
On Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730.
Yeah, how's it going out there? You know, on Mojo Radio, we believe in one very indisputable truth.
There are chicks just right for some kissing, and I mean to kiss me a few.
You're listening to Vancouver's only talk radio for guys, the all-new Mojo Radio AM730.
The women of Mojo, with a thought-provoking public service message. Very thought-provoking.
Don't drink and drive. There's no chicks in jail. There's no us in jail. Without us, you'll have to take things into your own hands. Skin on skin. Wet. Erotic. Kissing. Talk through the cell bars. And my head keeps getting stuck. Honey, sweetie, could you just lean forward a little bit, please? Our legs all entwined. I'll miss that. Look at my bum. Look at it. Hi, bum. Oh, bye-bye, bum. I like walking around in my underwear. I like someone watching me walk around in my underwear. I'm soft. I smell good. And you're in prison. I suppose a girl would have to move on.
I know, honey, but my mother isn't handling this whole you being in prison thing very well.
Just don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Because there's no chicks in jail. No.
Pick up your Mojo Radio No Chicks in Jail window sticker at participating Lower Mainland Midas locations. Midas, we do that.
The Tom Leykis Show on Mojo Radio may contain content of an adult nature and is intended for mature audiences only. Please listen responsibly.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Teresa on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
I'm so happy to be talking to you. I love you, man.
Thank you.
I'm calling to say that I think that this girl, Kelly, or I'm sorry, this...
Kelly is the guy who wrote in.
Sorry about that. I think maybe she's trying to give him a couple pointers without quite criticizing him. By telling him how great this massage is.
Why not just ask him to do things like she had in a massage, rather than throwing it in his face and trying to make him feel insecure or inferior?
Well, no, without saying...
I think she wants to make him feel that way.
No, I don't think so. Because, you know, girls are funny like that. Why wouldn't she just take off if she was unhappy in that area?
Because he's paying for the mortgage. Who knows if they have kids? You know how complicated divorce can be. Most people want to have their cake and eat it too. They want the security of a home, and they want the excitement of going out and getting a massage.
Yeah, but I would rather live in squalor and have...
I know you would, but do you really think most people are like that? Look at all the people who screw around these days.
That's true.
I mean, come on.
All right, you got me there.
All right.
But maybe that's an avenue to explore other than maybe she's cheating. Because I know I'm not...
It could be that there's a lot of possibilities. That's one. Another is that nothing's going on at all. She's just trying to get him upset or get under his skin or press his hot buttons. Maybe he's somewhat unemotional or not very sexual. Who knows? I don't know. But the bottom line here is this is gameplay. I don't put up with game playing. I hate gameplay. I
don't like it either.
Yeah,
but, I got married really young, and so people think I'm a little backwards in my theories. But it's like if it's not meant to be, it's going to end sooner or later, whether the money's there or not. So I just don't understand how girls can just do that game playing crap. Why do they waste their time?
Well, again, it's another example of how people don't communicate with each other in relationships.
Yeah.
And it's also another example of just plain selfishness in a relationship.
Yeah, that would be it, I guess. But I mean, I go and I get full body massages. My husband doesn't need to hear all the details. He knows it's always by, you know what I mean? 80% of the time it's by males. He's just always assuming that they're...
Now, what about the caller earlier, a woman who said she's always aroused when she gets a massage? What about you?
I'm always what? Aroused?
Aroused.
No, not really.
What did you think about the woman who said she always gets aroused?
I think she's got something going on, like she's attracted to the guy that's giving it to her.
Uh-huh.
But I don't find any attraction in that. My husband is it for me. He does everything I need.
So you think that women who aren't getting what they need at home might get aroused?
Possibly, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It makes perfect sense.
All right, Teresa.
All right.
No, go ahead. What was your last thing? Say your last thing.
No, it's all right.
Oh, now come on. That must be good.
All right, well, okay. In going and getting a full body massage, that includes everything.
Yeah.
Okay?
Everything?
And it's like, I guess, in a sense...
Everything.
Hard not to get aroused when they're grazing over your nipples and stuff.
Really?
But I don't know.
So you do get aroused?
I don't, though. So maybe I'm just a weirdo.
I didn't know they massage your nipples. I had no idea.
Well, they go around in that area,
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you get the right person.
I had no idea. I'll keep this in mind.
It provides a total relaxation, but I'm comfortable in my marriage.
They massage your nipple. What about your
it doesn't bother.
What about your crotchal area? Do they get down there too?
No, not quite up in there. But.
Not up in there. What about on the outside?
Yeah, right, just above, like in the, right in the crease where your stomach meets your hips,
Uh-huh.
Right up in there sometimes.
Uh-huh. They ever accidentally go a little low?
No. Not recently. When I was in beauty school, I
ever wish they would?
That's when I started all this,
Ever wish they would? Come on. Ever wish they would?
No.
So they never touch hair down there, huh?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Well, there is no hair down there, but in that area.
I see. Gotcha. All right, Teresa.
All right, well, it was great to talk to you.
I agree. Thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Mark on the Tom Leykis show.
Hey, right on. Third time, long time, Tom.
Thank you.
Meow, F that. Okay, married here, I don't know, 6-8 months now, and I suppose it's a good thing that I am. But I don't have a double standard on too damn many things.
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing that I do. I get massages, she gets massages, it's all cool, except that, obviously I'm not getting a massage by a guy. And there's no way in hell she's going to get a massage by a guy. We all know, we're all horn dogs. If we're rubbing some chick, and if she's not some big porker, we're going to want to be looking at that, we're going to feel it, and we're thinking this is great. Well, there's no way in hell I'm going to have any guy rubbing my gal thinking it's all cool.
Yeah. I got to wonder how a male massage therapist looks at, like, a hot chick who's naked and he's massaging her. How does he not get around?
You know he does.
Come on.
He's wanting to pop the tent anytime he can.
Right. Exactly.
Damn straight. Hey, Tom, I just thought I'd put my 2 cents in. Keep it up. You're doing an excellent job up here in Olympia, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Mark, thank you. Appreciate the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Anthony on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
Not much, Anthony.
Hey, I agree with Dave, man. I think that she's just trying to get his goat. She knows what she's doing. This crap about people not looking at her, I think, is just crap because girls know who's looking at them. They know what they're doing. And I just think she's just trying to get his goat.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe there's more. I don't know. I have no idea.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I make 6 figures, and I'm a big guy, but I tell you, when they see the wad, they're all over me.
Which wad is that?
The cash wad.
How well hung is your wallet?
It's very well hung.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
On Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730.
Golf is a game steeped in tradition. A gentleman's game.
You mother throw these pieces of clubs in the water! Me!
With a time-honored sophistication that stands its participants. There is, of course, a certain level of frustration, I suppose, with anything.
The all-new AM730 Mojo Radio.
Quaker State's full line of motor oils available at Walmart.
Here at Mojo Radio, we answer all your burning questions.
If a man's testicles were cut off, could he still have an erection?
Yes.
Could he still orgasm?
Yeah.
No nuts.
No nuts.
What am I towing around these nuts for the last 38 years? Getting caught up in the bicycle seat, grabbing them all the time. They smell like hell.
Yeah,
they look like hell.
Moving away.
What do I need these for?
Yours are moving right on out.
Source Adult presents Love Line.
Why don't I get rid of them?
They're on their way, boy.
Only on Talk Radio for Guys. Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730. You're listening to a previously enjoyed edition of the Tom Leykis Show on Mojo Radio, the all-new AM730. The Tom Leykis Show on Mojo Radio may contain content of an adult nature and is intended for mature audiences only. Please listen responsibly. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Michael. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Caller.
Cool.
You still there?
No, I left the room.
Well, you did. Experience-wise, girlfriend, I went to a massage, and this guy turned out to be really good, and I introduced my girlfriend for she needed neck massage and such, and turns out he's a bit of a horn dog, and shortly after introducing the two of them, she moved on to bigger, better things, left me, and I